What up, what up, what up, Aquarius Rising? This is Astro Dim here. Almost done. What up, Aquarius Risings? I'm Aquarius Rising too. Hey. How y'all doing? Yes, this is Astro Dim doing the Astro Tarot reading for Aquarius Risings for October 2018. How are you? I have a new deck, if you noticed. It's actually my first deck, so it ain't even that new. Crazy thing is that it was lost. Someone gave it to me, and someone in my house put it somewhere strange. I ended up finding it. My mom ended up finding it actually in the basement. I don't know how it was in the basement, but it was. But the crazy thing is that's my first deck that someone actually gave me. Um, which is dope because in like tarot, tradition, what you're supposed to be doing is like for someone to know that they're supposed to get into tarot. A tarot person will kind of get a feel that okay, this person needs to be in tarot, and so they will give them a tarot deck. And so for me to have for that to happen to me, especially with my best friends, one of my best friends' moms, who she's really, really good at what she does. She did it for years, extremely intuitive. And it's crazy because at the time I wasn't even thinking about tarot at all. I felt like you needed like a special superpower. You get what I'm saying? And so what's wild is that like she gave me that deck, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with this. Like I'm supposed to read tarot. I don't know how to do this. All I know is astrology. But it worked. It ended up working out in my favor. It was amazing how it ended up working out in my favor. So God bless her for that and for passing the message on from Spirit. That's dope, right? Lovely story. Lovely story. Anyways, let's get cracking what you're reading. Okay, I'm going to cut the cards and we're going to go from there. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. That's my hair. Sorry. Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Cap, Aquarius. All right. Do 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 do. Ba ba ba. That's my elevator music, y'all. Okay. Start from the top. Starting from the top. Now we're here. Okay. Overall energy for Aquarius risings is the Fool. That's cool, y'all. That's the first time I've seen the Fool. It's the first time someone had the Fool since I've used it. So that's dope. I'm for it. And we're Aquarius risings, and it's Aquarius card. Air Uranus. Isn't that cool, y'all? That's dope. First house, Wand Prince, which is the Knight of Wands. And Capricorn had the Knight of Wands in their fifth house, so that's really interesting. King of Pentacles for the second, not mad. Ace of Wands for the third. I was just talking about the Ace of Wands in the Capricorn readings. This is strange. Queen of Wands for the fourth. Queen of Wands, I like her because she stays dipped. Like she stays super duper dipped. I like her. She's cool. I just want to make sure y'all can see. Okay. Prince of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles for the fifth. Not mad at that. Star for the sixth. Sweet. We got some good ass cards. And it's an Aquarius, another Aquarius card too. So this is dope. Sword Princess for the seventh. This is the Page of Swords. Oh God, we're being a Page of Swords is such a dick. Like I cannot deal. Oh God, it's so annoying. But let's just go with it. A lot of court cards here. This is interesting. Cup Prince for the eighth. That's interesting. This is the Knight of Cups. Ooh, we trying to boo love. Chariot for the ninth. Okay. That's cool. That's interesting, actually. Wand Princess for the 10th. This is the Page of Wands. And Page of Wands is one of my favorite wands. It's between the Page and the Pentacle. When it comes to, I mean, the Page of Pentacles. Between the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, that's my favorite. It depends on my mood, which one I like the most at the moment. That's so cute. Ah, soulmate, soulmate, soulmate. Six of Cups for the 11th. This is the soulmate card. And then Seven of Pentacles for the 12th. That's weird. Seven of Pentacles for the 12th. I'm trying to remember, what is the Seven of... Seven of Pentacles is... Okay, I got it. Never mind. I got it. Okay. So, let's get it started, y'all. Shit. The Fool card. We're starting anew. You see the 0 here? It's the first card of the major arcanas, right? And so this is kind of like the major ace card, right? This is truly a new beginning. And the thing is, it's like we are so open, like a 90s R&B song. We are so open. We're like all for it. We're like, yes. We are just jumping for joy, and we're just going ahead with this new endeavor. What is a new endeavor for you guys? I'm still trying to figure out what the new endeavor is for me, but it's a new beginning and you're ready to jump to it. So you're going to have some sort of new beginning, whether it's a practical thing that happened in the earthly realm, such as a new lover, a new job, a new opportunity. It could be something emotional. It could be how you see spirituality in general, but you have this amazing, strong ass new beginning. And the thing is, since this is connected with this card, the Fool is connected with Uranus and Aquarius energy. This is going to happen out of nowhere. It's just going to be like, boop, new beginning. And you're going to be like, it's going to just appear out of thin air. And you're going to be like, what the fuck? So I'm excited about this. This is, I'm Aquarius risings too. So I'm like, hey, yeah, it's new beginning. Hell, what's up? Wand Prince, which is the Knight of Wands for your first house, right? So you're coming off as this like super creative experience, but not like, old experience, but like super creative, super experienced type of energy, which is dope. You are ready to push forward to your creative endeavors, and you are looking the part. You're looking dipped, you're looking snazzy, you're looking cool, and your personality is very charismatic, very excited, and very ready to go, very motivated. You have that vibe to you, which is super duper dope. I'm a Leo moon, so I'm all about that. You know what I mean? So that's really cool. You're just a super creative, very charismatic, ready to go after something, very, very motivated, very driven type of energy. You kind of have this youngness to you, but you also have experience, and you're not going to be like a fool and just jump into situations. You know what I mean? So it's really, really dope energy to have here. I'm excited for you. Mars is in Aquarius, which is our first house. So that makes us even more motivated. We're like ridiculously motivated now with that energy. And with it being in Aquarius, we're motivated through our mind. We're like crazy with the brainstorming. We're like thinking all over the place and like trying to figure out how we should go about things. And we're being really creative with our thoughts and being motivated by our thoughts. And then we're going to try to eventually put it out into the external. Usually it takes Aquarius, Mars, a hard time to put things out into the external. But since it's this transit and in our first house, we are going to have it happen in the external. So it's really, really dope. We're making our thoughts come into reality because we're so motivated to do that. So it's really, really dope energy. And then we're keeping other people in mind, because you know how Aquarius are. We're always thinking about the people. So it's really cool. House is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is dope energy. The reason why it's so dope is because you're really stable within the practical things within your life, right? And so this is how you're feeling about your finances. You're feeling pretty stable. You're feeling secure. You're thinking about multiple income streams, how to apply that so you could become stable. So this could be you literally being stable. This is three things. This could be you being stable, being comfortable this month with the finances, and you just be like, all right, things are coming through, money's coming in, I feel good. I'm just gonna sit and just chill, right? This could be you wanting to be this as well. And so you're setting things up, making sure your self-worth is in check, which it probably is if you got the freaking King of Pentacles here. It's a Taurus crown. Taurus is represented by self-worth, right? And it's in the second house too. You know, so you're just trying to set things up. So you have to, you're trying to set things up so you can just be stable within your finances, within your self-worth, within your career, within how you make money in general, right? Or this could be this type of energy person coming through, a King of Pentacles person, either Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury person coming in and trying to teach you how to become more stable, how to stabilize your finances, understand your worth, and working for it, right? But what's really important this month with us, and it's been important for us for a while, is understanding our own self-worth, okay? Pisces in your sixth house, right? I mean, second house. I don't know why I said six. That's interesting. Pisces is in your sixth house. Oh, I said it again. Why do I keep saying six? Pisces is in your seventh house. And that's weird. I said six twice. Maybe we're thinking too much on the material stuff. That's probably what our issue is. But and that makes so much sense. All right, I see the connection. See how Freudian slips work, y'all? So six represents being too focused on the earthly realm, being too focused on the material, right? And so that looks like we're focused on that. We have, as Aquarius risings, a Pisces second house, right? Pisces second house is all about not being so focused on the material, connecting spiritually, connecting, understanding your self-sabotaging ways, and healing them so you can actually get the money that you deserve. How we build up our self-worth is us connecting with spirit, with us realizing what institutionalized us and how we break out of it, us understanding our self-sabotaging ways and breaking out of it and being spiritually sound. Once we're spiritually sound, our self-worth is bomb. Once our self-worth is bomb, then our material worth comes in. Okay, so we're too focused on the material. You see how Freudian slips work? That is fucking amazing. I'm excited about that, y'all. That's amazing. You see how God worked? Y'all just saw how God worked right there. Isn't that cool? Oh, hey, Ayo. True, I'm looking for a mentor. I'm on the material realm because I was being accused of being so spiritual and no earthly good. Yeah, so I see what you mean. And I'm getting that too. People are telling me that I'm like way too spiritual, way too focused on like spiritual things. And of course, you want to make sure you take care of things, take care of the earthly things around you. But with us having water in our earth houses means that we have to connect with our emotions, we have to connect with our intuition, and we have to connect with spirit to get the things of the earthly realm. Don't let other people tell you what to do. You can get a mentor, of course, and take their advice, but definitely don't let an inexperienced person tell you what to do. Having a water sign, having water signs in your quote unquote earth sign houses, which is 2nd, 6th, and 10th, is telling you that your intuition knows the best, knows what's best for you. Okay. So yeah, definitely want to stress that out there. Anyways, let's move on to the 3rd house, Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is really, really cool because it's a new fiery beginning, right? A new beginning of creativity, of self-expression. You feeling like, you know what? And this is so me too. And you know what I think will kick this off of us, y'all, is that Aries moon. We were trying to fight that Aries moon, full moon so bad. And I think now this is what's happening, that we're just saying how we feel because we just have this new beginning within us and saying like, you know what? Me holding back and being so worried about how other people feel made me a mute, made me kind of like quiet and not outspoken like I should be, right? Yeah, Ayo, you see what I'm saying? And you know what? I'm just going to say how I feel. I'm going to say it with respect. I'm not going to be a rude person. I'm not going to be a dick. But I'm going to say how I feel. Holding back ain't doing shit for me. And Aries is in our 3rd house, right? For most Aquarius risings. And so, of course, this moon affected us that deeply when it came to our communications. We felt like, you know what, maybe we need to have that aggression. Maybe we need to be a little bit more forward with us talking to people. Yeah, Ayo. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Like, you don't have to be. That's what people's issues are. Is they feel like they have to be super aggressive to get their point across. You don't. There's so many powerful people who say things so quietly, and people just roll with it and respect them. You get what I'm saying? So, you have this new attitude when it comes to how you communicate with people, and you're just expressing it and you don't give a damn. Okay, so good for you, good for us. Good for us. Exactly, Ayo. They're the ones that have the inner strength, you know. The ones that screaming and acting like a fool. The people who are very calm, express themselves in a respectful way, make sure people don't get hurt and all that. They're the ones with the inner strength. You are so right with that. Preach, Ayo, preach. There's no planetary energy in your third house or in Aries, so we can skip on to the fourth, okay? Queen of Wands for the Queen of Wands for the fourth house, right? This is dope. I love Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands stays dipped. Stays freaking dipped, okay? It says Aries throne, but Queen of Wands definitely gives me more of a Leo vibe. And the deck that I usually use, she's in this like fly ass flashy dress, not giving a damn, and like what? But Queen of Wands though gives me this vibe of really being the queen or being the king or queen of self, really understanding themselves, really understanding their personality, their persona, how they appear to people, just really being in tune with themselves, being in tune with their creativity, being in tune with their beliefs, just being all about self and knowing, not being all about self like in a selfish type of way, but just a self-knowing, right? You have a great sense of self-knowing. For that to be in your fourth house, that means that, you know, I feel a couple of things. You do need to kind of be focused on self. Yeah, self-love is growing. Yes. You need to definitely be focused on self and apply that to your home life, your family life, so people can learn how to possibly respect you more. You know what I mean? Kind of being selfish, and I feel selfish and selfless are neutral words. I don't think one is bad or negative. If you do too much of either, it's bad. But you know what I mean? But kind of being for self, being a little bit selfish within your family life, your home life, your private life, and through your emotions is going to show people how to respect you in your private life. Your private life could be roommates. It could be like whoever's in your home, whoever's in your family, whatever, right? Whoever's a part of your private life, you kind of standing your ground, speaking your word, speaking how you feel about certain things, and not giving a damn, being fully self-expressive, and not budging, right? Again, in a respectful way, it's showing people like, okay, you have to respect how I feel, what I'm going through, and that's just what it is. Like, and it's gonna teach people how to. You having full like self-respect and self-love is teaching people how to love you and respect you. You know what I mean? Yes, not budging, right? Definitely. Because the thing is, it's like this does have Aries vibes because it's the Aries throne. If you think of the opposite of Aries, it's Libra. And Libra is about compromise. Compromise is amazing, but sometimes you can compromise too much and get nothing out of it. So I'm not saying don't compromise, but what I'm saying is don't continuously compromise so often that people start respecting you now because they know that they can change your mind. You get what I'm saying? This is specifically with anyone within your private life. And this is even to yourself too. Do you respect your own emotions? Or do you just push them aside and push them away? Start respecting your emotions as well too. Stand up and be like, well, this is how I feel and I have to feel this and I have to confront this to myself. This is very a self type of house too, fourth house is. Not just all about family, because it's about your emotions too. Okay? Our fourth house is ruled by Taurus. Taurus is, what's in Taurus? Uranus is in Taurus right now. And with Uranus is kind of all about authenticity, uniqueness, weirdness. And it's also about like random things happening. So you may have something random happen within your private life that kind of edges you to be more like this, the Queen of Wands, right? Or if it's very like self-involved, what could also happen too is that you being fully accepting of yourself, of your weirdness, of your quirkiness, of your authenticity is causing you to be more Queen of Wands and being really more proud of yourself, having way more self-respect. And then in turn, since you feel this deep inside, other people are going to start respecting you too. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I feel there. This might, and that's the thing too, we had a lot of court cards. So these might be people in our lives who are making us, like, who are helping us feel this way, you know? So not so much with the first house. Well, maybe. There might be like younger fire sign who's helping us understand our creativity more. There might be a older earth sign who's helping us understand our self-worth and our material worth. There might be an older fire sign person who's helping us kind of realize how to respect ourselves and get that respect within the people in our private life. And then lastly, with the fifth house, not lastly, because there's actually way more court cards. There's a lot of court cards here. And I think my invisible earth angels, yes, definitely do. I had to give Capricorn risings a speech about that too. But it could be a younger earth sign person who was trying to help you monetize out of your creative pursuits, right? So the fifth house is all about self-expression, creativity, fun. It's the fun house, dating, children, right? So you may have a younger earth sign energy that's trying to help you realize your own creative pursuits, your own creativity, your own talents, and how amazing your self-expression is, and telling you like, hey, you should use that in a more practical way. How about you make money off of this? How about you make a business out of this? How about you kind of handle this more in a practical way so you can win off of your creativity, off of you having fun, off of you enjoying yourself? This also may be, in a whole nother way, you dated an earth sign person straight up. Most likely a Virgo, someone of masculine energy. That doesn't mean they're a woman or a man, but someone of the masculine energy. Yes, I'm that earth energy Virgo. Hey, hi Mirza. But yeah, so yeah, this is you. Yeah, so this is a younger earth sign person, most likely a Virgo, but could be a Capricorn or a Taurus who's dating you, who's dating the Aquarius rising. You know what I mean? And you're getting to know each other. You're having fun with each other. It's cool. And this is Prince of excuse me, I can't even talk. The Knight of Pentacles is a great energy though, because it means that things are going to last for a long time, but it also means that things are going to move slow. In the traditional tarot, I believe like a turtle is in the card, which shows that yes, you're dating. Yes, things are having fun. You may want to move to the next level, but things are going to move slow. But like I always say, when things move slow, that means it's going to last the longest and the love's going to be greater. It's going to be more awesome. I just, again, was explaining to the Cap Risings in a different type of way. But yeah, the slower things happen, the more greater the reward's going to be. You know what I mean? Wow, you guys are really, see, I like y'all because y'all are really chatting it up with me right now. And the Virgo sends me a psychic message. Oh, wow. That's so cool. That's really cool. Hey, I have my my friend's dog waddling around. So yeah, so that's what I'm seeing here too. It could be too that you're being more practical on how you have fun. Saying like, yeah, I like having fun, but maybe I should be a little bit more serious and focus on other things too. It could be that you're trying to kind of like set a routine so you can be like, okay, this is my fun time. This is when I focus on this. This is when I focus on this part of my life. You know what I mean? Try to organize your life a little bit more. So you are not let's party all the time. You know what I mean? What's in this house? This is Taurus, Gemini. Nothing's in Gemini. So Cancer, nothing's in Cancer either, but we have the star card for the 6th house. Where, you okay, Panda? Oh, sorry. Panda, be careful. I have this, I have like this, my friend's dog is like near my tripod and I'm scared, y'all. While I'm dating a Virgo guy right now and I'm an Aquarius rising. Wow, Beatrice, that's crazy. Yeah, that's really cool. I've noticed a lot of Aquarius risings are like interested in Virgos right now, which is crazy. So that's pretty cool. Star card, right? For the 6th house, which this is really, really great. That star card means like blessings and guidance. That we have angels, we have our ancestors, we have God literally looking after us, making sure things are okay and things are good, right? And they're specifically doing this when it comes to our everyday life. Our everyday life includes the routines that we do, our daily tasks, something simple as going to the market every week. You know what I mean? Like simple things like that, but also things too, like you're going to work. You know what I mean? Every day. That is included in your 6th house, your work environment, your hygiene, your food plans, right? Anything like that, regardless of what this could be, you're getting blessed here. Things are becoming a little bit more easier for you. Your routine is not as shitty. It's not as busy. God's giving you a break. Angels are giving you a break when it comes to your everyday life. So maybe your work, it could be school if you're going to school. It could be that you have so much going on every day and you just need a break. You're going to get that break. You're going to get that blessing and it's going to come out of nowhere because it's Aquarius. I feel like it says like star Uranus here, but I feel like star Uranus, Saturn Uranus here. I feel like Saturn's more the world card because the world card is, things are going well, but it's going to go slow. Star card is way more faster than the world card. So that means that the good thing that's going to happen to you is going to be like snap out of nowhere. And you're going to be like, yay, I have free time now. Or yay, this new task is in my life and it's going to give me a lot of blessings and I'm so excited. You know what I mean? Like it's something's going to change your everyday life for the better, basically. So that's dope. 7th house is the Sword Princess, which is the Page of Swords. We're being a dick to somebody, straight up. Or somebody's being a dick to us. And since a lot of people are dating Virgos, Virgos can be a little bit, how can you say this? Very nitpicky. The Virgo. Virgos can be quite nitpicky. So the reason why I said it could be us is because we are the sword energy with being Aquarius risings, right? And so, the Page of Swords is such an ass. Like they're really just so stuck in their ways and they're ready to fight. Like in my original card, like it's literally a little freaking asshole kid with a sword ready to like fight somebody in my original deck the deck that I use for the most part. You know what I mean? And so that's the type of energy that you're having, and that's how you're relating to people, or that's how someone's relating to you. They're just automatically in the defense. They feel like their way's the best way. They feel like their logic's the best logic, and they don't want to hear you, right? Just remember that this is Venus retrograde, I thought I had let him go, but he always comes up to me. Yeah, because he likes you, but he's just really stuck in his own ways. You have to, let's peep this though. This could be us. And the reason why I say this could be us is because of this, right? It is Venus retrograde right now, right? Venus retrograde is all about us reflecting on how we relate to people, how we are with relationships, what we want in relationships, what we want in intimacy, and also how we feel about our self-worth and how that's all connected too, right? when it comes to Venus, like Venus is connected to Libra. We're talking about the seventh house here. And seventh house energy and Libra energy, folks, are like similar to mutable, where they mirror people, right? And so what I feel like is this person's being a dipshit and an asshole at this specific time when Venus is retrograde, because they're our mirror. There's something within us that we are kind of like this and we need to change. You get what I'm saying? During Venus retrograde, you're going to be relating and connecting with people who are going to be your mirrors, and they're going to get on your nerves, and they're going to make you realize like, oh, they get on my nerves because of this, this, and that, because I do this too, or because I went through this. It's helping you learn a lesson. That's why it's very important for you to be very introspective and reflective during Venus retrogrades than actually jumping into relationships too fast. You know, because you may be jumping into something and instantly regret it, and it's just shitty. You know what I mean? And so, oh, you are? Yeah, in Vedic, I think I'm a Cap rising. So, yeah. But yeah, with this energy though, like, just be careful, okay? Don't be so mad at this person if they're doing this, because they're just being our mirror right now. And so we need to reflect on the how we're relating to that person, okay? Leo is in our seventh house. North Node's in Leo, so that shows you even more. North Node represents our life path, what we're supposed to be focusing on at the moment, right? And what we're supposed to be focused on at this moment is how this asshole is treating us and how it's connected to us and what we need to heal within ourselves during this Venus retrograde. You get what I'm saying? That's what I get here. Speaking of relationships, though, Cup Prince, which is the Knight of Cups. This is a very, very cute card to have in the 8th house. Meow, meow, meow. Because the 8th house is all about intimacy, but intimacy has layers. There's romantic intimacy, there's financial intimacy, there's emotional intimacy. There's all different types of intimacy. It's not just this one thing. Intimacy is all about you bonding with another person and learning their secrets, learning all about them, really forming into one. You know what I mean? There's a person who wants that with you, okay? It could be a Pisces or someone of Pisces energy. Sun, moon, rising, Mercury, possibly Venus or Mars, right? It could be that. It also could be just anyone in general, because I remember one time, I just kept getting the Knight of Cups for some reason, and there was no Pisces or water sign person around me, but there was someone that was embodying that energy. So it could be just anyone, but the Knight of Cups is sweet because it's a very romantic card, and it's saying that there's someone who's trying to show you how awesome they are and how much they can give you if you just give them a chance. And they want to have to form that intimacy with you. And you are kind of like this is your 8th house, so you're kind of like trying to test it out, trying to see if this is going to work out. It's a fixed house, so you're being quite slow with it. You're like, And then Virgo is in our 8th house, and so you're not even you're moving slow, but you're also like looking at the details, making sure like, hey, does this make sense? Will this work out? But what if they're like this? They're kind of like that. I don't like that. You know what I mean? Just relax. Let it happen. Let this person dote on you. Shit. Let this person dote on you. Just do it. Like, why not, right? We could also be the Cup Prince, and we're trying to show someone like, listen, I can show you a whole new world, baby. Come on now. Come on. So it could be us doing this too, but I kind of feel like someone is doing this with us. Okay. Nothing's in Virgo at the moment. 8th house, we have the Chariot. That is lovely. So the 8th house Chariot energy, right? This energy is about you pushing forward from something, right? You, because it's connected with Cancer as well, it means that you are emotionally motivated by something and you're pushing forward towards it. It's very, very Cancer card. Like you feel something within your heart and you want to go for it. Now it's in the 9th house. The 9th house represents foreign travel, long distance travel, foreign beliefs, religions, what else? Beliefs, religions, philosophies, anything that's just foreign from us, different cultures, stuff like that, right? And so there's something that inspired us with learning this foreign thing, wherever it is, or being in a foreign country, or going through a long distance travel, being in a foreign environment that inspired us greatly, right? Or is going to inspire us greatly this month. And what we're going to do, we're going to be emotionally motivated to push forward in whatever we want in our lives. We're going to apply this thing that we've learned and apply this eureka moment into our lives to make our lives better. Now, this is monumental because this is a major arcana card. So I had other people have cards similar to this while doing the readings. That kind of shows like you being motivated or a new beginning or something like that, right? But they weren't major arcanas. So this is huge for us, okay? So we have to keep our eyes open with this new foreign thing that's going to change our lives. And usually, if we're emotionally connected to it, if we're emotionally motivated by it, what we need to do is just go for it. You know what I mean? Just go ahead and go for it, all right? Apply it to our lives and push forward. It'll be great. Libra's in our 8th house, and the sun's in Libra in the first half of the month. So that's going to be our main focus for the first half of the month or during Libra season. Then sun is going to move over to our 10th house, okay? Our 10th house is in Scorpio. Scorpio has a lot going on. A lot going on in Scorpio. Oh my God. The Wand Princess, which is the page of wands, is in our 10th house, which is pretty dope, but a little concerning because of all this energy within Scorpio. So let me explain what the page of wands is, or the princess of wands. This energy is a like younger, new fire sign energy. It could be a fire sign that's around you within your career, right? But it's this, what the energy kind of represents is, wait, hold on one second, y'all. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Okay, so sorry. So, with the Wand Princess, right? What this actually is representing is, you know, a young creative energy ready to explore, ready to go for their whatever they want to go to, being extremely motivated by their creativity, by their self-expression, by their talents, and applying it to their career, using their creativity to strengthen their you know, their reputation, their status, to get that career that they want, right? I'm seeing a lot of creative energy for some reason for Aquarius risings, which is dope, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if I'm talking to a lot of creatives in general, or artists or something like that, where you use your creative mind to in your career, right? And so you're feeling this way, even if you don't, you're feeling this way right now, where you want to use your creativity to strengthen your career, your reputation, and your status, right? The thing is, I'm learning to learn sewing for a hobby. Oh, that's cool, Ayo. That's really cool. You should, yeah, keep doing that, because it might be able to like do something with your career, especially with this card. But it's dope though, because you're like going for it and you're excited, you're extremely motivated, and you're using your creativity. And you know, you think of fire signs of this, right? So fire signs are just, they go after things without giving a damn. You know what I mean? And it's going to give you a good reputation. Oh, you're a design student. Yeah. So this is great. This is a real great card for you guys. See, I knew I was going to reach some creatives here. But it's going to not only help your career, it's going to give you a great status and reputation, right? But y'all, there's a lot of energy in our 10th house, guys. We have Scorpio in our 10th. So that means we have Venus retrograde, we have Jupiter, we have the sun, and we just had the moon this week. So we probably went through a weird snafu this week. And we was like, our emotions were weird last week when it came to our career. and we have Mercury in here, right? And so there's a lot of energy. You're very focused on this creative endeavor. You're focused on your career. You desire create a greater career, and you want to like push forward with it, and you just want that creative career and reputation so bad. You know, you really identify with your creative talents, and you really want to apply this to that career so you can get that status and reputation, right? But we may appear like kind of too motivated, too thirsty, too reckless, jumping in too much. So what I suggest us to do, yep, I'm saying us, is to plan things out before you do the attack, right? Especially because Venus is retrograde here. Venus is retrograde, so the thirst is real. Yeah. So the thing is, it's really important to plan, because Page of Wands is dope. Like, because Page of Wands is like, you know what? I want something, I'm going to go for it. That's great. But you need to be practical and plan things out. You know what I mean? And so when it comes to your creative ideas and how you want to kind of push your career to the next level, plan it out and then attack. But also another thing too is Venus is retrograde in our 10th house right now. You know what I mean? And so what will be really, really important for us to do too is to wait off a little bit until November 15th when Venus is not retrograde to push forward with something. But in the meantime, use your creative juices. Be creative. Kind of let things happen, right? Like kind of work on your creative endeavors and then release it after Venus retrograde. If you release it during Venus retrograde, it's going to come off wrong. People are going to assume things about that creative thing that you did, and it's not going to work out. People are not going to understand you. People are going to not understand what you desire. You relating to people and trying to express yourself is not going to work out well. It's just going to be nasty. With Venus retrograde in your 10th house, we really need to understand, right? And reflect on, what do we really desire within our career? What do we really desire in like what we want as a status or reputation when it comes to this creative idea or creative career that we want? You know what I mean? We have to really reflect on what we really want when it comes to career, status, and reputation. And how can we relate to people to get what we want? And how our self-worth is involved. Do we really feel like we're worthy enough? You have to, you know, like, are you having some self-doubt? Like, you have to fix that before you kind of put yourself out there and put your creative work out there, because you can play yourself, i.e. Azalea Banks, okay? Her self-worth is all the way effed up, and that's why she keeps, like, messing herself up. She's super talented, but she keeps getting herself into stupid situations because the self-worth is off. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that, okay? Definitely want to stress that here, because 10th house is huge. This is our reputation, how people see us. You know, it's not first impressions, it's how people generally see us before they even get a chance to meet us. Okay? You probably don't. It's just that you probably don't do stupid stuff. You're just super excited. And that motivation is dope. Like, I wish I actually had more fire energy. You just make sure that you plan things out before you take action. Use that motivation to be creative, and then plan things out to release things at the most optimal time and do it the right way. You get what I'm saying? People nitpick and are very petty with me. Okay. Yeah, and they're nitpicking and being petty. Especially during this time, because all this energy is in Scorpio and Venus is retrograde. So they're going to be at their worst right now. So that's why I suggest people to, be creative, do all the things you want to do, right? But then release it after November 15th, or even after the shadow period of Venus retrograde. And then things will probably be way easier to deal with, okay? 6 of Cups. That's in your 11th house. So you probably have a friend that's a soulmate. Now, soulmate is not necessarily romantic. It could be platonic too. But someone in your circle is in your circle, and they need to be in your circle, and it's really good. Like, they're helping you. You probably have a friend who, because they're jelly. Yeah, they probably are jelly. The Virgo is. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised too, guys, if um, there's someone in your circle who could be your romantic soulmate too. They could be a platonic one, but you probably had a self-realization moment like, oh wow, my coworker is my soulmate. Goodness gracious. Or oh wow, this a friend of a friend of a friend is my soulmate. You may have a situation like that. So that's really cool. So if you're like looking for that, if you're looking for any of that, right? Look within your circle, because your soulmate is a friend of a friend of a friend, maybe. You know what I mean? Mirza, yeah, yeah. um, so yeah, if you're interested in that, trying to find that soulmate connection, whether it's romantic or platonic, you have to look within your circle. You know what I mean? It might be a friend of a friend of a friend. You don't know them yet, but someone else knows them, and it could be a soulmate. It could work out that way. But in general, though, the Six of Cups is the soulmate card, but it also represents, um, you know, it also represents you reflecting on your emotions, reflecting on your intuition, how you feel about things. So you probably are reflecting specifically on uh, how you feel about your friends, the connections that you have. Um, how do you generally just feel about them? Should they be your friend anymore? Should they be closer to you? Should you have more deeper connection with them? You're just really kind of scanning your emotions out when it comes to the people within your circle, and also when it comes to society as a whole. You know what I mean? The universal consciousness. Trying to reflect on your feelings about that as well. Okay. Sagittarius is in our 11th house, and nothing's in Sagittarius at the moment. Okay. And then lastly, I've been talking forever, y'all. This is a long. See, Capricorns, I've been doing like 40-minute readings this month for a lot of signs, for like half the signs. So it's crazy how I'm just talking so much. I'm not meaning to. I have a whole bunch of shit to do. I still have to do the podcast, the Ween episode, which I'll talk about towards the end of this video. Oh God, I have a lot to do. And I just have to do this, y'all, because I'm already late. I need to do these at an earlier time. I'm sorry about that, but let me just finish this reading. Seven of Pentacles, right? So this is actually a dope card to have, right? Because Seven of Pentacles, thank you, Ayo. Seven of Pentacles is great though, because it's showing that there is growth within your spirituality. You know that you need to be stronger with how you are with your intuition, realizing your self-undoing and self-sabotaging ways, realizing that you are institutionalized, you need to break out of it and be free. What else? You realize that you just need to be connected with God and spirit more and your ancestors more. Doesn't mean that you're not connected with God, period, but it knows that you can be even stronger. You can have even a deeper connection. And you're working at it. You know what I mean? You're working at it. You're kind of, what you're doing right now, you're at the planning stages. Okay, like how can I get closer to God? How can I get closer to my ancestors? How can I realize how I'm institutionalized in the spirit world and in the earthly world? How can I realize my self-sabotaging ways so I can freaking stop it? You know what I mean? And this is dope because Saturn and freaking Pluto's in here. Saturn is all about you taking authority over your life. You taking authority over the status of your spirituality, over the status of how you're institutionalized. Because we're talking about, Capricorn's in your 12th house, right? And Saturn's there. Saturn's already Capricorn. So you're really taking authority over your own reputation in the spiritual realm, your own reputation over being institutionalized, and you're changing it. You're saying, I'm doing things my way. I'm putting my foot down. I'm being more closer to God. And so now you're planning things out and trying to learn things and trying to maneuver things even in the practical sense, right? In the earthly world, so you can be stronger with God in the spiritual world. You get what I'm saying? Pluto is also here too. So when you take that authority, you put your foot down and you're like, listen, I'm going to get closer and I'm going to work on it. I'm going to get closer to the spiritual world. I'm going to get closer to my understanding myself undoing, and I'm going to work on myself, right? It's going to transform your life for the better, and you will be empowered so much that you're going to get that status, that spiritual status, that spiritual reputation that you deserve, that you've been working on. You know what I mean? And that's really, really big for Aquarius risings, because remember, Capricorn is our 12th house. It's important for Aquarius risings to get a specific spiritual status and reputation. You know, it's really, really important. And it's hard for us because this is the house of the unknown. And it's unknown because it's not tangible. It's not something that we see. It's not of the earth. It's the unseen world. So it's really hard for us to really know what it is. We have to use our intuition. But it's hard for us to use our intuition because, again, this is Capricorn. Capricorn is about tangible things, the things that we could see and feel and hear. And so it's really, really important for us to get that spiritual status. A big part of Aquarius rising's lesson is to really get a great, powerful status in the spiritual world and learn how to get there. It looks like that we know that we have to do it. Now we're planning to do it. The next card after Seven of Pentacles, right? It's the Eight of Pentacles. It's actually working to do it, doing the actions to get closer to God. You know what I mean? And so we're planning, and we're about to start doing the work afterwards. And that's dope. And that's probably that new beginning. You see how it all comes together? You see how that works? Beautiful shit right here. Beautiful shit. So that's the reading, Capricorn risings. Please comment, like, subscribe. Capricorn risings. Wow, excuse me. That's the reading, Aquarius risings. Please comment, like, subscribe, share, care, and all that good stuff. I'm doing Podcast-a-ween for my my Bed and Astrology podcast, right? So again, the podcast is called My Bed and Astrology. You can listen to the podcast on most music and podcast platforms, right? Streaming platforms. But the dope thing about it is I'm doing this thing called Podcast-a-ween, in which I'm talking about weird conspiracy theory deaths of celebrities, and I'm looking at the celebrities' death chart and birth chart to see if that conspiracy is right, to see if there's something really weird going on. So if you want to listen out on that, again, check it out on My Bed and Astrology. Just type it on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, any of those things, except for Tidal. I'm working on Tidal. And you'll be able to see it and listen to it, and it'll be really dope. Also, if you're interested in a reading, go to my Etsy shop. It's etsy.com/shop/astrodim. And if you just want to support me and get exclusive content, go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/astrodim. Okay? All right, Aquarius risings. I love y'all so much. You know I'm your people. And much love. Have a beautiful week, a beautiful weekend, a beautiful October, and an amazing Halloween. All right, y'all. Peace.